Living in this fast-paced world, with technology that enables us to get answers, things, and a feeling of satisfaction so quickly, we unconsciously train ourselves to be more and more impatient. And not only that, I think it does something else to us which is harmful. It gives us the feeling that we need to keep up with it. Suddenly, we feel like we also need to give answers, things, and the feeling of achievement and satisfaction to ourselves and to others as instantly as possible. But we are not robots. We are not computers. We are humans, and being human takes time. And as soon as we can accept that and find the peace that lies within that truth, everything will be okay. It scares me to hear how many people are affected by burnout. I notice that I feel impatient and frustrated too often, and I think it is because I expect myself to develop more quickly than which is possible for me. So I felt that it is really important to me to develop a method that keeps me in a state of trust, peace, and confidence as much as possible. Something that protects me from getting burned out while still actively working on the goals that I dream of achieving. I created a method for myself that looks like this. I journaled to crystallize my most important goals, career-related goals as well as personal goals. Basically, I'm thinking about the person I want to be and the things that I would really enjoy having or doing, and I write that down in the form of a goal. When your goal seems really far away, it helps to break it down into smaller, yearly, monthly, and weekly goals that take you closer to your big dream. Ultimately, we want to clarify the daily steps that you can take that will without a doubt help you achieve your dreams. So, pick one of your goals to start with and ask yourself the question, what are the daily steps that I can take that get me closer to my weekly goal? There are usually more than one possible action step. For example, one of my big dreams is to be a successful painter. Now I first need to figure out what this exactly means to me. When would I feel successful? I would feel like a successful painter when I feel very confident and at peace with the art that I create, as well as being able to sell my artwork in an effortless way. I continued questioning myself. When do I feel the most confident and at peace while creating art? I feel like that when I create a collection of artworks, creating multiple works at the same time, and when I'm consistent about it. I already noticed through experience that when I take breaks from my art practice for too long, my confidence will drop. So my daily step that crystallized from this is, I need to take one step daily that leads to the creation of a new artwork. And this one step can be prepping a canvas, it can be doing one layer of pouring paint, it can be one brush stroke, it can be framing one work. There are many options to take at least one step. My second desire is selling my artwork in an effortless way. Again, I asked myself, when did it feel effortless to sell my work? And if your desire is something you've never felt before, just go with your imagination. When would it feel effortless? My answer to this question was, it felt effortless selling my work when I had beautiful photographs of my work in a beautiful space, and I was excited to share it to my newsletter subscribers as well as my Instagram followers. And then someone would send me an enthusiastic message with the desire to buy the work. But I can also imagine that it would feel wonderful and effortless to collaborate with an art agency or gallery to sell my work. So again, lots of information to work with. What are the daily steps that I can create out of this? This is what I wrote down for myself. Take one step a day that can lead to a new sale or business connection. And this one step can be one Instagram post, it can be sending a newsletter with pictures of my work, it can be sending an email to make contact with an art gallery I'm interested in. Again, there are multiple options, which feels quite freeing to me. You probably noticed that I consciously talk about one step. I think that this is a really important part of avoiding overwhelm and burnout. I have my list of the daily steps that I want to take on my laptop. And when I took one step, I will mark it green and move on to the next one. So when I did one pour of paint that day, I will mark that step as successful. What usually happens on good days is that I have the time and energy to take more than one action step. But when I allow myself to be successful with only one little step a day, it makes me feel good about myself much more easily and more quickly. Most days I can mark that whole list green, and I know I've done everything I needed to do and there's no necessity for more this day. It allows me to relax and be more content with myself, which is so important, I think, to not burn out. I also wrote down that I allow myself to deviate from this list of action steps at weekends, on holidays, and when I'm sick. I need to mention another very important thing. All of this does not help and won't protect you from burning out if you are not true to yourself. If the goals you have written down are not truly yours, but you adopted them from someone else, or you try to please someone else with it, you're only going to hurt yourself. Please don't do that. Get real quiet for a moment. No distractions. Go for a walk in nature, or just stare out the window for a while and let your inner voice speak to you. What is it that you truly dream of? What is the life that you want to live? Something else I really want to share with you is the realization I recently had about the importance of confidence. You can find out more about it in the video that should appear on your screen right now. See you there, my friend.